It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
So, last we left off, Bell's Hells, you've been traversing the length and breadth of Marquet in your skyship, the Silver Sun, in transit as time clicks closer and closer to the apogee solstice. Upon many days of challenging encounters, terrifying weather, a few boons in your way, a quick stop at Bassaris to pick up a few magical items with some of the money that you've saved, a few connections, taking on board a terrifying fey entity that you've battled in the past as an antagonist. You've reached out to a few allies, a possible promise of a cavalry when the time is right. And you now zero in on the final day before the solstice finds its way above the skies of Marquet. So, as the sun begins to rise over the distant horizon, the cracked and dusty landscape of the Hellcatch Valley before you, the day is yours to plan, prepare, and tell me what you wish to do as you approach.
We do have a mystery box that we haven't opened yet.
What's that?
Ira.
Ira.
We should include him in all of these plans.
We don't know what the fuck. Like, what
Oh
is
yeah,
the
he
fuck
can kind of
do?
teleport in and out of stuff. Maybe he could.
We already learned.
I think he said he has had an eye on them,
I mean,
right?
we're just guessing.
He's had an eye
We
on
know
them.
exactly where it is based on like
Get
his
the fuck up here!
You head down to the chamber that Iris chosen
we go down
for his
and-
quarters, and it's kind of like a musty storage chamber under deck, beneath the deck. And as you kind of open the door and call the name out, you can see kind of perched up in the corner, like just kind of sitting up there, the legs curled up, the arms kind of out, the head kind of like unfurls from within the coat and looks at you with a smile.
You don't need to do that.
You called my
You don't need to do
name.
that.
Did you sleep like that?
Well, I mean, the quarters are a bit cramped, but make do with what you're given.
I don't judge.
Ira, listen, we were just contemplating our approach and how we might be able to do some basic reconnaissance, because instead of just dropping down and smiting the earth and everything contained within, we might want to try and salvage a soul or two before we do so. So we were curious. You have the ability to kind of jump from space to space. Would it be... First of all, have you been to this site in person yet, as you were keeping an eye on them?
In person, no, but I know where it is, and now we can get there.
Would you be able to judge how close we are and
when we should land and
yeah?
His arms like reach out and push past you into the hallway and kind of clambers around in almost a corkscrew as he heads down to the stairway that leads up to the deck.
Totally unnecessary.
Kind of into it.
Just to be clear, your intention is to destroy this device, not use it or salvage it in any way.
You're asking this on the deck? Are you following him as he goes up there?
Yes.
Okay, he goes, I wish to destroy everything they've worked on. Clambers off to the edge of the deck, and you watch as he reaches into his coat and pulls out this tiny little spyglass that like extends like this long needle, and the end kind of unravels like a clockwork device into this like extended lens that seems to almost appear out of space with this like flash of fey energy. Captain, we're going this way. And he points and leans in, his whole body forming like an extended weird weather vane as he kind of arcs his long gnarled finger in the direction that he emphasizes as the captain in the back. Xandis goes, sure, all right, well, go ahead and follow where it's going. This, why would they argue with the giant Spider-Man? Ira turns back around. But I surmise it won't be too long, so... What are we doing?
A few hours, less?
I'd say probably half a day's journey.
Fair enough. We're going to communicate this to the captain, but one of our fallback plans is to use this ship itself as a weapon. We're hoping that might catch them off guard. I thought you'd like that. But
That's fun.
I figure maybe I should go talk to Xandis and sort of start to introduce the idea.
Sure. There are other crew members that will need to get off the ship.
I don't think so. The captain's the only one that survives this.
Get all the innocent folk off the ship, and us and a
I
scouting
don't know. I
party.
mean, let's think about it, FCG.
All right.
What if we sacrifice their souls to buff yours? What if it's sacrificed to the Changebringer? What if he gives you multiple coins? Ask the Changebringer.
It's just, yeah, okay. Changebringer, would you like me to sacrifice the lives of innocents on this ship?
Called it.
See, I just don't think she.
Open your heart to her message.
There's a message in there. There's a mystery. Clearly, she doesn't want me to just willy-nilly sacrifice people, but maybe she's saying that we're going to have to make a sacrifice on this day of some sort.
That's exactly what you just asked.
Interpretive. Just gonna say.
I'm just saying.
And then we
And it's a small group.
have 2 teams. Is that what we're looking at? A sky team and a ground team.
What is the issue here at hand we're discussing?
Okay, so catching you up real quick. Here's what we're thinking. Ground team, go in, get Imogen's mom. Also get Plane Rider Wren.
Super important.
She's a little bit petrified, and it's kind of been made like an example of, and there's a big statue in front of the Malleus Key. So we want to get her
Where
because
everybody can see her.
Yeah, because there are other people who are trapped in other dimensions. So if we don't get her, then they might be just stuck there forever in the fire plane. Anyway, we get them. And then we fly the boat in, either super low, super stealthy, through the canyons, smash it into the Malleus Key. We got a super bomb made by Imahara Joe, and then also maybe some other things. And, or we position the boat over top of the Malleus Key, and we kill the brimstone and let it go, boom.
This motherfucker better not betray us. We just gave him the whole thing.
But we need Xandis on board to fly it.
So who's going to stay behind to be this proverbial sacrifice?
That's what we're
trying to figure out right now. I don't know.
Not to get too inside baseball. Great game, played on a remote island. If you weren't with us, and if the skyship wasn't going to crash down and make this big fucking commotion, what would your plan be, just in case something goes awry?
Oh, well, I'd probably try and find a way to rapidly sneak in, find out where the basis of all of its power sources are, and destroy them all at once before anyone knows any better.
I like it. That sounds good to me. What other prep? Who do we need to talk to, check in with? We're half day, so we've been flying for about half hour, an hour.
Did you still want to talk
Yeah,
to
it's a conversation. You have a handful of hours before you...
Oh, yes.
They're back behind the wheel. Sorry, I can't hear you through all the wind. What's going on? Your seven name?
Listen, I just wanted to give you a little insight into what's going on.
Sure.
Mr. Ross, boy, he made us rich. Filthy rich. In fact, we're going to be coming into a few other airships after this.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to like...
Congratulations. That's...
Thank you. So I was hoping maybe you
wild.
might be interested in overseeing that fleet, but before we do, we got to scuttle this one. It's just kind of becoming obsolete, and I know you might be very fond of it, but here's the deal. We're going to be scuttling it in a strategic location to set us up for an advantageous enterprise after this. You can either be a part of that scuttling effort, which is going to be fairly high adrenaline, or we could let you off of the ship, and you can watch from afar if it's too emotional for you.
You're asking me to go down with the ship.
No, we're gonna get you off the ship on the way down.
No, also, like, all right, no, I mean, there's the captain's duty to go down with the ship, I suppose. But usually, there's like, you can swim. If it's a boat, this is a skyship, so it kind of explodes when it collides. And you say you can help. How? I need assurances. I really like this life. I want to stick with it.
Right. If
Sure, we can.
If you have time, just help this one.
Yeah, maybe
have her
help furnish
who's
the
get
show.
together.
Are you piloting this?
Yeah.
Take the wheel for the next hour. I just want to have a look at this.
Sort of, okay, wait. Yeah.
Learner's permit.
9 for the first roll.
All right. So you all sit back for a bit while you're discussing your plans, and the ship occasionally so it's like, what? Oh, put the bed this way. But you know what? You promised me we'd get off the ship, right? You got me all safe? All right, I'm going to take it in there. You're fine.
Sky Team is not going to fly directly into the Maelstrom. You're going to fly a little ways away to drop off Landis so that it's Michael Xandis, so that they can start hightailing it out of there.
Are we going to have
So as long as
Spider-Man with us?
Spider-Man
Spider-Man's
Can
gonna take
dimension
Xandis.
door.
Spider-Man can take Xandis.
It's good,
The
it's good to
only
say it out
other
loud.
None of us have points.
The only other thing
Just plan.
is
The
ground
only other
team
thing.
Yeah.
is what is the plan there. Just like literally walk up and start
Y'all have
traveling down
hours
the
to
whole.
figure
We're
that
going-
out
we're
as
gonna
you
go
as you
down.
go. And
We
look,
have to take a look
the
around,
light is
figure it
changing.
out.
We are there, people.
The dust storm finally reaches you on your trajectory. And the clouded, thick, gray-brown storm that surrounds the exterior makes it hard to see anything beyond about 30 or so feet.
I'm going to turn on my
I think I saw my
eyeball
goggles.
wipers.
Xandis puts their goggles on as well. All right, let's bring it down. Eventually coming to rest on the ground. The wind's still blowing past. Everyone's hair is caught askew in the blowing of and the bluster. Eventually the rest of the crew begins to gather, and one by one gathering their things, all their important elements after they've been instructed of the possibility of the ship not returning. One by one, they disembark and take shelter within this nearby rock cavern. Xandis, as they say goodbye to the last of their crew, looks back at the rest of you. Let's go ahead and make a very, very strong note of where this is, because I don't want to have them stranded out here either.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Is it or where we are represented on the map that I have of the?
Yeah.
Great. I'll make a mark on it.
Go ahead and make a mark on the map. It's probably safer to go southwest to Bassaris than to go northeast through the Rumadam, because that can be very hot and dangerous before you even get to Ankarel or any of the surrounding cities. So just head this way. Look for what's your friend out there? You said you know
Oh, the Callaways? What? Who?
in Bassaris. You have
Imahara Joe?
Oh,
Imahara
Joe.
Joe.
Look for a person named Imahara Joe. They write that down on the sheet there, and tell them you're friends of Bell's House, and maybe they'll put you in the right direction. Otherwise, just stay safe. And kind of goes around and gives a round of hugs to the rest of the crew. Don't worry, I'll see you all soon enough.
I should send
Yes.
something to the Ashari.
To give them our ETA
Yeah.
and see if they can give us any bit of info on theirs.
Okay. I'm gonna send that message to Keyleth.
I should close how to do it.
We're a couple hours out to the southwest. Are we meeting up? Just going for it? Help?
That's your message. Keyleth responds, I'm gathering those of able body who've recovered from our last endeavor. I'll look for a tree. Let me know when you need the cavalry. Our arrival isn't quiet.
Let's pull out our robes.
Yeah.
Robes.
All right.
All
Got
right.
3 of the ruby.
The Ruby Vanguard robes.
Ruby
All right,
Vanguard.
that's 3 of you in Ruby. Who has the Ruby Vanguard outfits on?
Probably the.
Should be people who look passable as mages, and then
That's not me.
it's not you, and then the other should be
It's not you,
Paragon's call.
Right, right.
The sky ship kind of begins to ride at a slower speed now, both because of the wind and because now that it's staying low, it has to make sure it doesn't suddenly ride up on the base of some sort of a mountain mesa or pillar. Xandis is kind of taking it through, goggles on, horns just curled back, the coat kind of flapping, clutching the front of the wheel and just kind of intensely looking forward. You can see kind of that half grin, but also that kind of occasional like neck crack of anxiety as they push onward, riding the ground low until you get about that mile distance where Iris says, "The mile is upon us. Time to bring it down." Dust gets carried away by the wind as the sky ship comes to rest here on the floor of the Hellcatch Valley. All right, so I guess we're the ones staying behind to take her home.
Yep. Good
Oh,
luck to
boy.
all of you.
Good luck to y'all.
We'll need 10 minutes lead time to get there, so tell us when you want us to,
All right.
if we don't see you again. Sure has been nice knowing you.
Don't do that.
Okay,
We'll
it
see
hasn't
you all
been
again.
nice to know you.
Sorry. We'll see you again. We'll see you all
We'll
again.
see you,
We'll all be fine. It's gonna be great.
I think I've ever seen you
We've
nervous.
got the
Fran.
element of
I'm not
surprise.
nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm
They don't
totally
know
not
we're
nervous. I'm totally
coming.
fine.
We're working in concert.
Yeah.
You're sweating.
Orm still runs over and hugs Fern's goat leg. We'll see you soon.
Don't do anything stupid.
Oh, well, this is all stupid.
I know. Just if something goes wrong, just run. You don't need to be any heroes.
You can see some of the bright colors and the kind of wildfire like arcane lightning is now sparking through the storm, causing the various dark shadows beyond to light blue and purple and green and all sorts of technicolor flashes as you get closer and closer to the shifting nexus point of the ley lines this side of Marquet, all brewing into one final flashing core not far north from where you stand. The dust continues to keep a very chaotic and very unexpected future before you. As Xandis kind of adjust their goggles. Well, not to jump off of your start there, but look forward to getting back together on... I get the sense there's probably not much of an enterprise around this corner, but whatever it may be, Ishtaras said a lot of great things about you in our correspondences, and in the time I've been with you, you all seem like pretty okay people. So, I think what you're doing is pretty important, and I'm happy to be a part of it. So, guess buy me a drink when we get out the other side, eh?
We're lucky to have you on our side, Xandis.
Yeah. Don't I?
You either.
We're not gonna. You're gonna be fine.
All right. Well, good luck. May whatever you pray to or do not keep watch on you, or just stay focused ahead. They go ahead and take a swig of their brown jug once more, and then step over behind the wheel and just kind of focus. Ira kind of creeps over to the rest of you. Well, this is exciting. Just be ready for anything.
Why are we saying goodbyes like this is our goodbyes?
No, these aren't goodbyes. These are pump ups.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case, though, Fern. What? I go over and give Fern a big hug.
Oh.
And then I reach in her pockets and go.
You sense his hand wandering into a pocket.
Let it happen.
What are you looking for?
Something personal and irreplaceable.
Oh, something personal and irreplaceable. I am going to give you a kiss on your head.
Aww.
Well, fuck, now that's just really hard to steal back, isn't it?
Well, it's... You asked for something... What did you ask for again?
Expensive.
Good hands. Good hands. Confidence climbing.
You're just fucking great.
Thanks.
See you later today.
Yeah. Take care of everybody.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
We'll see you in a couple hours.
Yeah.
Even though.
All right, everybody, bring it in. Bell's House on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Bell's House!
And Xandis.
And
You're part of it. You're
Off in the distance because of the commotion, you're like,
All right.
Okay.
Hi.
Gathering your materials that you need for this, you together pull your crawler from the side of the ship and set it onto the valley floor. It sparks awake, a flash of blue crackling energy inside its energy core, and the feet come to life, kind of adjusting its weight to hold itself in place while the front wheel just prepares for the journey ahead. Thankfully, you have two very small members of your team. While this wouldn't be at optimal travel speed, you can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 3/4 onto it.
We're not going full speed.
And with one glance back at the silver sun, the wheel picks up, skids off into the dirt as the back feet push off, sprinting deeper and deeper into the technicolor dust storm ahead. You push on until you gauge the distance is around the level of comfort you're willing to take this crawler forward.
I pull out the scribe ball, and I'm just gonna have it out the entire time as we walk close.
You got it. So you're kind of clutching it, like in the very faint underglow of its kind of palish gray-blue energy, just kind of framing the bottom of Laudna's face from within the Vanguard robes that you bear. No particular directional point of light discerning a immediate proximity to your target.
Just gonna keep it. I'll kind of keep it tucked a little bit as well.
Continue on for a few more minutes. You catch two things. One, out to the right-hand side, you do see a larger haggardode tree, one that might be functional, might be a good anchor point for the voice of the Tempest.
Yeah, I'll, if we get up to it, I'll carve the Ashari symbol, the hourglass-like pattern.
You feel satisfied and turn around and take just a handful of feet back in the direction you were traveling before another shadow shape, larger, catches your attention. Kind of this a little bit to the left in the direction you're traveling. It looks like a hill, like a mound of some kind, and as you begin to travel past it, you begin to see more details, shapes, hard lines, like a structure almost, but a bit chaotic and oddly varied. This was a skyship.
Oh, fuck.
That crash landed. And the cathedral and designs of it have a very particular continuous religious theme and iconography. Like it carried a temple before it impacted and was left to partial ruin.
Maybe from, what was that place across the sea that has all the temples and the deities and...
Vasselheim.
Vasselheim. Maybe. But if it's recent, I don't think it's a coincidence. They might have a way to shoot down something that was trying to travel here.
Great. Should we cancel plan A and...
Fuck, I think so. Because if they get hit in midair, they may not have the time to jump.
More information. We need more information.
Yeah.
You continue on 4 minutes more.
Still looking at the ball.
Yep. And it isn't terribly long before you see a bright point of light within the sphere you carry.
She's here.
No,
The direction that you're traveling. Though at an angle. You also see among the rocky mounds and bits of broken ground that push upward the rising lip of the edge of the excavation
Oh,
site.
I gotta poop. Oh,
Begin
God.
to
I do
approach.
have to pee.
My teeth started hurting.
As the storm blows over, you can see the shapes of figures moving along the edge. You can see tents and various excavation shacks set up around the outside perimeter, as well as large shapes kind of walking by.
Let's do
We're
it.
going in.
Confidently.
Hiding in plain sight.
Okay. You step closer and closer. Slowly you begin to see the details of this sinkhole edge encampment come more and more crisp into view. You can see tables and chairs. This definitely kind of has a... Hard to tell if it's like a guard post or a remnant of the excavation that's just been taken. But you see a handful of tents and bits of furniture, crates, boxes that contain things you can't really make out at this distance. The massive automaton that you can now see standing, a good 15, almost 20 feet tall. It's kind of a round egg-like body. Its heavy, thick legs looming up. Its massive piston battering ram-like fists reaching down, and you watch as the front of its body, like an opening, opens up to like a semi-hollow interior, and it begins to pick up a couple of boxes that are on the ground and placing them inside of it before it closes and begins to step back over and vanish down into the sinkhole below. The second one, the one that didn't emerge, is just slowly walking the perimeter to the left side. So you get closer still and you start seeing the colors of the Ruby Vanguard, the three figures that were present. They're all just kind of talking amongst themselves before they glance over and make notice of your approach. You see one of them puts their hand up like this, begins to step down one or two of the stones, glances over your direction, and you hear a voice go, "Who are you with?"
Miss Tumult.
"What is your business out there?"
That's above your pay grade, son.
A persuasion check.
Come on.
Let's go.
That'd be persuasion or deception?
Oh, actually, no, that would be deception.
Okay, good.
Deception.
19.
19. The figure kind of gives you a look over. You all watch as this like soft glow just apparates from the inside of this pit. You're now close enough where you can just see the faint, and just kind of vanishes about 10 feet above. As it does, you see the massive automaton that's walking along the side. Its body suddenly flashes and runes, and it seems to slow for a second before it picks back up again. Continues to move.
I cover my junk every time it flashes.
The individual approaches. They're goggles up, mask up, kind of look at the rest of your troop. Well then, get to it, I guess. Go ahead and take their walking stick that they have and start walking back up the side. The other two are just kind of glancing off. There's definitely... The quills aren't up, but they're all watching very carefully. As you're heading up the stone way, one of the figures, a female figure, goes, "Hold on." Glances at you in your garb. Pulls the goggles up. She kind of looks back and mouths something to one of the other people standing on the side, the one that originally approached and kind of talked to you. Gives a nod.
We're gonna need to split up.
Begins to walk towards you, kind of putting a hand up to stop the rest of the troop. "Can I talk with you for a moment?"
Make it fast.
Kind of pulls you about 10 feet away, and not quite making eye contact with you, kind of talking out the side of their face towards you. "Who are these individuals?"
I don't think you need to know that.
"I think I do. It is part of my job here to remain post for outsiders, and one of my aides here at the site has exhibited some concern that perhaps you have been infiltrated."
There's nothing to worry about. They've been in my service for a long time and have been working doubles. This doesn't go beyond us.
I'm sorry, but it is my ass on the line. You can continue, but we have to take them in. Turns around, goes to snap. We need to, please, take these figures, bind them, disrobe them.
It's just in Lana's head. Run. You heard them. Freeze, both of you. In your head. Run.
Think. In or out?
Whichever way I'll cause a distraction.
The one that was talking to you, with the staff, begins to mutter an incantation under its breath. And then as they release the hand,
Let's go.
I need you and you to make wisdom saving throws.
Who?
Everyone but Imogen.
Among them.
Me too.
Natural 20.
18. Okay.
18. Great. All of you feel this magical influence begin to stick into your body, and you shrug it off. You feel your entire physical form freeze up, all of your muscles locking in place as paralysis takes over.
Guess what? The one who cast it.
Yeah.
I make a beeline right for him, and as I run, I take my chisel and I go from my navel to my neck, and just pull Chetney open his side and just attack him, like straight up attack.
Let's go roll initiative.
Oh, just wasted no.
Here we go.
No time. Here we go. Like the present. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, second one. 18 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, third one. Natural 1.
Arc through both claws as he tries to dart around to the side after the flame blast. You dig in both slashes. The third one goes wide, but even just those two hits are like, they're already like looking hurt, which means he drops concentration. You are no longer paralyzed.
Come on, get back in
That's what we wanted.
I'm gonna look like a little plasma ball for a second, and like, and I'm gonna hit shock flare at second level on all 3 of these guys.
Shock flare!
You got it. As the energy crackles around you, your hair raises up and you release the blast. The one that's across from you that had been, the one that initially was talking to Mage, just gets blown back into the tent and you hear crashing sounds of shattering wood and no further movement from the inside of that tent.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
This one here gets blown full on like Wilhelm. It hits the ground, poof, poof, tumbles to a stop, and is no longer moving. Shield kind of stuck into the sand after he tumbled a few more feet, and this one here just kind of gets hit and holds himself there with the shield, but it's, took a nice little hit.
I see all big chonkers move over to the edge, and I go, ha! And I take out Pate, and I just kind of throw him like a rubber chicken. Or like those, and I smack him up against the robot, and I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
For him. And I get
Here I come, little guy! Big guy!
oh, Jesus fuck. 5 lightning damage. Which is bullshit, but it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
That is good to know.
That's cool.
Throwing a touch spell on a rubber chicken is amazing flavor and utility.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to try to climb his leg and start working towards the backside of the robot if I can, even just to hold on for a second. But I want to try to look for an off switch or get a better look at this big motherfucker.
You do manage to climb up and skitter on it. What are you trying to investigate it as you're climbing it?
Yeah, I'd like to try and investigate it or look for anything that's like glyph, glowing, obvious switch, some sort of manual thing that I could hit or whatever.
You can make an activation, or sorry, it's your action, you can make an investigation check.
Great.
I'll say because you're right up against it, I'll give you advantage on this.
Amazing. Okay. I'll take it. 2 18s, 23.
23. So you clamber up the side, and as you're glancing, there are those kind of glyphs along its body. You do not see any sort of central power source, anything on the exterior. As you climb up its stomach, you see that kind of that opening that you noticed when you were approaching, that it would place things inside there. It's like a hollow torso.
Oh, it
right
doesn't
there.
have a lid that shuts?
It has like a little door that opens up on the inside, and you can, as you climb up, you can see it's partially ajar. In fact, it's kind of opening up, and there's something within the inside that's lowering. But you can see there's a hollow space inside there where something is. That brings us to Ashton.
Okay, so how's that kid over at the bottom of the hill looking?
He took a hit, but he's still aggressively blade or mace out, ready to go ahead and knock the shit out of Imogen over there.
How many feet away?
5 feet from you.
I'm going to take that 5-foot step.
Okay.
And take a swing.
You got it.
Reckless.
Does not get an attack of opportunity
No,
on
they
you
do
because
not.
of the shock grasp. So go for it.
I'm just going to say, hands off the brain. And that's a 21 to hit.
21 hits. He's like, "Ugh!" The second one you bring up again, you hear the crack and crumble from beneath and just falls into a pile of twisted armor.
I'm going to take that and I'm going to make a little nod at Imogen and I'm going to drop straight through the ground.
What?
Okay.
And I'm going to head
Rock stuff.
over about 30 feet away from that robot.
Oh, cool. It's going to turn and rotate this way.
Sorry, it's just a giant mech
I
versus a
forgot Shaggy
halfling.
was
It's
on
fine.
his back.
He does have a very huge butt.
I was really hoping to get that hit.
He's got kind of a diaper butt.
He does
Yeah,
have
it's
a
diaper butt, that's what it is.
got a
Yeah.
bit of a poop.
Bloody.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's like
little-
trying to rotate him in that
little
space.
high.
You're still kind of in melee with him there. That opening in the front, you see like the door kind of shift up entirely, and you can see like the empty cavity inside, and these two pipes like descend.
Oh,
Flames emerge in a 30-foot spread outward.
Okay.
I'm glad I
On
didn't
the
try and
side
climb in there.
I need both of you to make dexterity saving
Yeah,
throws
sure.
for me.
You got this.
Oh, it was almost a 20! Fail.
Oh, yeah.
Fail.
21.
So blasé.
All right. 28 points of fire damage.
Okay,
Oh
yes,
my
sir.
god.
21, that's 14 points of fire damage.
Be advised.
As the flames emerge out and black smoke kind of pours out of it afterward and begins to like rise back up inside
Don't
as
worry,
the
we have a cleric.
doorway closes in the front.
Don't worry, we have a druid too.
I'm gonna use a sorcery point. I'm gonna touch the ground, and through the ground, I'm gonna shocking grasp him.
Ooh, alrighty.
I'll step up a couple feet so that I'm within range of that.
A shopping grasp?
Yeah.
Alright. Like into melee with him?
I would have to be, wouldn't I? Because
Yep.
it's like 5 feet.
Yep.
Maybe I'll do something stronger than that then.
Up to you.
I'm saving my real
I
stuff.
know. Okay, I'll do shocking grasp.
We're not,
Okay.
Are we going to get a short rest? I don't
As it
think we
just
are.
begins to like climb up the side of this edge, you rush up.
Natural 20. Hey!
Double that dice.
Nice. Roll big.
2d8, 1
Big money.
and 2. Take it.
Come on.
Yes!
2 sevens, 14 times 2 is
28.
28
Wow.
points of damage.
pretty good.
As it like shocks through its body, its fists kind of like fall to the ground again. It picks one up. It's having a hard time keeping itself standing currently, and you see the inside of its armor, the gaps like. That finishes that attack.
Okay.
Laudna, you're up.
Still having rubber chicken pate on it, who just got electrocuted. I'm gonna take and be like, hold on, and do the same thing and do a shocking grasp as well, just right into it, because I
Go
get
for it.
advantage, and this guy is beefy. So just kind of keeping that electricity going.
guy's
Oh,
beep,
that's
beep.
good, that's good. That's a natural 16 plus 7, so that hits.
Go ahead and roll damage.
And then, come on, let's roll big.
La-di-da-di-da.
Damn, 7 and a 1 for 8 electricity.
8 points electricity damage. How do you want to do
I don't know if I've got one of these. Have I got? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
So this through Pate, by the way. It was like, don't worry, I'm good.
So epic.
I imagine Pate barely hanging on as his hair is all like fried and he's just like a full cartoon, like a Looney Tunes cartoon after being, electrocuted by Imogen. And then we're just going to take that electricity that Imogen pumped into him and just basically like reignite it and harness it right back into him as opposed to it
So
dissipating.
energy like travels up the body,
Yeah.
and then acting like a lightning rod.
Yes.
Pate pulls it in and is like, oh shit! Across its body, as it like its fists are on the ground, it picks up once more, like looking down at Ashton and Orem, pulling its fists back, and then the second blast hits, and it just like
Oh no.
Oh, backwards.
falls back onto the ground. All the metal kind of comes to a rest, and with that, the combat comes to an end as well. Imogen,
Yes.
make a strength. So make an athletics or acrobatics check for me, if you don't mind.
What's going on?
There's somebody in the fucking tent.
Oh, probably. That's just 10.
10. As it falls, you take a breath, and then suddenly feel something clamp around your throat, and you're pulled back into the tent. Nobody else notices. It happens so rapidly. You make a perception check for me, if you don't mind.
That'll be
you and Chetney both.
Yeah, and I was gonna head there to get his clothes because I need larger sized digs now that I'm.
What about Orm on top of the tent with his ridiculous passive?
She's below. You're on top of the tent, and this happens below and
I
out of
don't
sight.
hear anything.
You do not.
All right.
18.
Yeah, same.
Well, I'd say you do hear movement, like shifting around, and that's it. What was it again?
18.
18?
Same.
Okay. You both watch as Imogen, who's standing there, kind of like just vanishes into the tent.
I'm not gonna run, but yeah, I'm walking up.
I would slide down too if I heard any kind of movement.
Okay. So as you guys kind of dart in, Imogen, you feel yourself pulled back, full on like chokehold in the throat. And a voice in your ear goes, "Who are you? Why are you fighting the Vanguard?"
Did I recognize that voice? His voice?
No, you don't recognize the voice at all. You keep being pulled back, like behind a row of crates and like supplies that are stacked up in here, and just kind of get dragged and held to your feet, kind of like being pulled down. Do you resist at all? What do you do?
In their head, they're gonna hear, "I've got friends coming in." Are we friends or enemies?
I asked you first. They kind of pull you down below, so they're out of sight, just as the three of you get to the front of the tent and look in and see no sign of Imogen. Are you all doing anything?
Yeah, I'd come in and
Entering.
if we don't
stealthily.
see Imogen, I would
I'm following
try
behind
and
you.
smell.
Yeah. Make a perception check with advantage.
Okay. That's only 11.
11.
Yeah.
You're not picking up anything particular.
Orm's entering,
just vanished.
sword up, because he heard a person in here.
What are you doing, Amanda?
I don't know what the fuck's going on, so I'm just gonna be like, everybody's going in the tent. And slowly-
Okay, so you start climbing up to that point. You start being pulled back to the very edge of the tent, and then quietly pulled out of the tent just as they're approaching, like from underneath.
What I see, because I'm there.
You're there, but you said you're
Heading
stepping up this way.
What?
That's why I was asking, as you get pulled out the back of this tent and like brought down the side of this mountain, like rock by rock, like very deftly, like you're being kind of held and like jump down step by step and then held once more, like they're still talking in your ear even though you're talking in their head. They're like, "Who are you with?"
I'm gonna use command
What?
and just say, "Release."
Okay. Is that ever gonna do this? And you feel a flick in the back of your shoulders. You feel like your muscles in your back begin to seize up. And then you kind of push through it slightly, but it's still like causing your body this kind of, it's not like a pain more than just everything is fighting against the action, the activity you're putting behind it. But you manage to push through it a little bit. The voice goes, "Shit."
God damn it, if we're fighting the same thing, let us talk to each other face to face.
The figure spins you around, kind of grabbing the edge of the cloak, and immediately like holds a fist and like right up under your chin, and just here like the dark shadow says, "Any sudden moves? Break your neck. You hear me?"
Any sudden moves?
You see a female figure in this like hood that's up and kind of pulled in front, kind of darker brown skin, long sleeveless robes, and looks to be like a staff affixed across the back of the shoulders.
What?
Pretty sure it was Bo.
Yeah.
Is it Bo?
Yes.
Why is it Keyleth and Bo?
Best characters.
Best character.
She will break it for
Who else is following
This is my
Ludinus's trail?
fucking wife.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey,
Hey,
maybe you can have two different characters. Man.
It's already happening up here. It's fun times.
So, who are you? And what's going on
Be disloyal.
before I break your pretty little neck?
at this point, I'm gonna.
We're the Bell's Hells. And we're trying to keep him from releasing whatever's up there.
What the fuck is that?
Okay.
Who
Okay.
the hell are you?
Someone on a similar path, it seems. Kind of cracks her knuckles a bit and backs up a little bit. Kind of releases you, but still keeping a close eye. Maybe trusted?
Yeah,
I'll kill you.
I trust him with my life.
Fine. Call them over.
We've got company.
Okay, fuck.
Friendly. So far.
Was that mental or verbal?
Well, I can't mentally call out to
That's
all
fine.
of you.
Yeah, we'll go-
That
We
was-
would have heard it. We would have
We're
heard
already at
Where'd
the,
you
we're
go
at the
to?
back of the tent by now.
They're in the
We're
back of the
searching
tent.
it all that
You guys have
time.
been searching, looking through the tent, and then you hear that voice from the
Orm
other side of it.
slashes the back of the tent.
And we'll
so we're
jump
gonna
out.
walk
It opens
out.
up, and you all kind of step out, and you see this woman, hood up, kind of long vest, robes, clutching the side of Imogen's collar of her outfit, and just kind of holding her in front of her like a shield. And says,
Easy.
Easy, you too.
She looks like an asshole.
Yeah.
You all right, Imogen?
Yeah? Mutual paths. Mutual goals.
Maybe we should talk somewhere a little more private. She kind of looks over, and you can hear the descending footsteps of one of the nearby crawlers, like in the distance, and goes ahead and releases you and kind of gives you a little shove up the side of the mountain to get back into the tent. Looks at the rest of you, kind of aggressive in energy, and there is a wariness, but also like a, I don't know, an ease or confidence of not feeling too threatened by your presence.
Pretty
at the
fucking
moment.
ballsy to be.
Are you by yourself?
Why would I be by myself?
Is the dirt wizard here?
You don't see a dirt wizard around here.
But is the dirt wizard here?
You keep an eye on her.
Orm
I gotta
walks
change.
under
Go over to the body
Imogen's.
and start putting the outfit on,
Okay.
or stripping the body.
Orm silently walks under Imogen's legs and just stares up at this woman and just, fronts.
How long have you been on this path?
What, this particular path?
Yeah.
I don't know, decade? How about you?
Not that long.
Huh. Get behind.
We have reinforcements. Do you?
More or less. Timeline's been kind of truncated as of late.
Have you been down there?
Loosely. Partially.
Sum it up. What are you here to do?
Here to stop, destroy, and fuck up whatever it is down in that hole, and, if possible, beat the shit out of Ludinus's pretty face, take him back to prison.
Back to prison?
That's where he belongs. You can go say hi to the rest of his friends there.
I would love to see that.
Good. And like as she's conversing, like she's saying things out there, but is like reading each of you quickly, front to back, like just taking a read.
I'm just chewing on the dead guy's arm.
You're weird. Who are you?
I'm Lodna. That's Chetney.
Brought your dog with you.
Doctor,
He,
pleasure.
yes, he gets a little hungry sometimes, but he's quite a loyal dog.
Oof.
Wolf.
Fuck.
Yeah, fine, sure, whatever works. Look, I'm not usually in the habit of bringing people into danger, but you seem to have walked your way here, and maybe we could help each other out. You know, kind of ballsy to roll up as deep as you have been, given the kind of quieter nature that the subtle touch this should require. She kind of glances past, and it's like she's looking for something, and goes, "You got my back?" And you watch as a shimmer kind of falls from the front of the tent, where you see a figure in a coat with like a kind of a higher collar.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out of here! What is happening? You gotta be shitting me!
Just covered in fish.
Just smeared up.
Just climbs out of shit like the predator.
Come on, man!
It's kind of like long duster that itself has like been pelted by the same, you know, dust and dirt that the storm has, kind of giving it a similar coloration to it, but like a deep purple scarf that's put around. You can see him with a bit of like chin scruff and kind of wild brown hair with a bit of like gray touch from the sides. Hands gloved and hands out in front where you can see flames like flickering and encircling around the outside. He goes, "I would recommend that all of you stay seated. Let us have a conversation."
Flames. Side of my face.
So, what's the play here, Beauregard? She goes, kind of leans back a bit on one of the boxes here, looking more casual at this point than ever before, and goes,
Me too.
"I don't know, maybe we could use a distraction. You know what I mean? This is maybe some good fortunes."
You're not Grim Verity, are you?
They would kind of look at each other. We are not. We're friends to the Verity, you could say.
Do you know Rin?
Yeah,
Do you know she was taken?
We came here with Rin.
Damn, I've been here a minute.
We were trying to get as much reconnaissance as we could from the inside. Unfortunately, they grew distracted, and one of the various glyph wards went off, and we lost her. We hoped to get her back, but this is too important, and I think she would have agreed, so we're just been biding our time and trying to watch for patterns, do the best we could to strike before all of this goes down. We are on the cusp of a very dangerous event. And there have been many terrible, dangerous things happening around the world with the solstice. Rituals, sacrifices, summonings. And everyone with an ounce of magical talent and dubious moral was looking to seize this opportunity. And the one named Beauregard goes, "Some of these threats are very real, while some, as we surmised, have been distractions. The Elder Cross cult, the rise of the Carrion Breach, the Children of Malice splintered tunneling the Divine Gate. Reports have been coming in within the last week that all these are just fronts connected to the Vanguard." Caleb kind of steps forward and kind of kneels down a bit to kind of make an eye line with some of the shorter members of the team.
I'm a big wolf, motherfucker.
I'm just a wee man.
Yeah.
Just a wee little. Oh, just a wee.
We've been following Ludinus for many years, gathering scraps, proof, anything we can to take him and his inner circle down, but he's very clever. Far more clever than even I gave him credit for. And Bo goes, "Nothing pisses me off more than someone being steps ahead, especially when they have such a punchable face." He knows we are coming. We've, and refers to him and Beauregard, we've been an inevitability for him for some time. How well does he know you?
Doesn't really.
We've had run-ins. Odahan Thul.
You know that name.
And my mother is working with him.
You know Ludinus has worked with these two generals under him. Exaltant, the Verity assures us, is a serious threat, as well as this war hero, Thule, you mention.
Your mother's a general? Maybe.
That's what he was referring to, the Exaltant? Okay, got it.
Said your mother works with him.
Yeah. We took out one of the keys that was in the Fey realm.
Did you know there was a key in the Fey
No
realm?
shit. Looks over at the other figure, the scarfed figure, goes like, We just returned from
They were part Shadowfell.
the Shadowfell trying to take out another one of these keys. Unfortunately, we were able to damage it, but I do not believe enough to entirely stop its capabilities before we had to flee.
Too bad.
Should have blown it up. We blew ours up. Just destroyed it.
Yeah, well, maybe it's because you blew yours up that we had a hard time with ours. I mean, like,
I'm sure that's what it was. Sure.
you shut the fuck up, Wolfie.
It's her!
It's so weird.
It's so fucking weird.
Guns, dude.
Does it say don't monk shit?
Well, if I guess we're on the same team, then introductions are in order. I am called Caleb Widogast. This is Beauregard Lionett. And this is not the first individual of the Cerberus Assembly we've been up against. Just the most dangerous, and the one could topple it all if we succeed.
You two here alone?
Unfortunately, yes.
And it was just the two of you in the Shadowfell?
But we had a couple others, but they, other friends of the Verity, they unfortunately didn't make it out.
We've been talking to these guys for a while. What's my vibe on their total class level?
You fucking self-serving son of a bitch.
Yeah, just dip into it. Put your finger in the sundae.
Of course.
Higher than yours.
Higher than yours.
Oh, they're level 9, you guys.
It's just a birthday cake, and you just go right in.
Says we've been able to hide up here for a bit, gathering info best we can. The entire site is illusion-proofed. Regular pulses of the dispelling energy radiate every minute on the dot. Beauregard says that was when Bryn almost made it at the bottom with us. They were relaying their findings, and we were halfway up, and we lost them when they were compromised. And we will get them back. There was a Mage Hunter Golem along the base of the device, accompanying...
Mage Hunter Golem.
It's a... Well, you can assume from the name what it's capable of. Ludinus has been plotting this for quite some time. It's in reverse engineering Aeorian arcana and technology, building a stock of distilled dunamis for some of use with this central key. There are a number of mesh-like power arrangements surrounding the device that I cannot get close enough to ascertain the specific purpose. Bo leans in. And don't get me wrong, I have my issues with the divinity, but Ludinus is obsessed. He started showing his hand through the Vanguard a few months back, and almost intentionally, like he's counting on opposition, which really makes me uneasy.
Quick question. Would the word dunamis shake any of my subconscious weirdness, like crazy-ass dream shit, or is it just not?
Not subconscious. The word doesn't catch you.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's Dunabis?
Sorry.
Dunamis is...
I love it.
There isn't time to lecture. Needless to say, it is a very obtuse form of magic that kind of exists between the fabric of all other forms of power. It's one of the oldest and one of the most fundamental forces within Xandria and beyond. It has the capability of altering time, space, probability, empathy, entropy. I mean, it is dangerous in the wrong hands, and unfortunately, a very strong source of it has been in the hands of the Assembly and Ludinus for some time. Now, I'm afraid that our recent assault on the Sister Key has also led them to dividing and adjusting the equipment and the power of this central key. They've reinforced it. They've separated all the sources, buried them below ground or into nearby chambers within the surrounding walls. They know more is to come. They're expecting assaults.
Well, we were planning on sneaking in with these fabulous disguises that we're wearing.
They worked real good for about 10
Yeah,
minutes.
it worked real well. Watch
You know
all that
what, though?
happen. Good
We've
job.
only got the one person that recognizes, and they're dead now. So, outside of that, we have an airship that we're planning to send on in, and we also have what's her name? Keyleth, sorry, voice of the Tempest. She's bringing in an army as well.
All right, then. Well, you got your disguises. We can go ahead and try and take the opposite side here. If we can find a pattern through, maybe meet in the middle. So, if our two groups can go in separately, I think we have a better chance. And maybe we could... Reaches into a pocket and pulls out a small stone. This is... If you have an important bit of information, looks over at you and tosses you a stone. Let me know. Time is of the essence. No wasting time. At this point, you hear as a crawler begins to kind of careen out of the dust storm, kind of arcing in your direction. You go ahead and quickly look around. Beauregard is gone. You don't even see her anymore. And Keyleth
Let's go down.
just turns invisible.
All right,
We
let's
head
roll.
down.
Yeah.
You see kind of poking out of the nearby tent, Beauregard looking off the rest of your crew. We're going to circle around. Let us know when things go down. Good luck. As the gathering crackle of the auroras of the Nexus grow brighter and brighter with each passing moment. The looming apogee solstice. Soon. Soon. And that's where we'll finish this episode.
Yeah.
We'll pick up there next time.
I can't believe.
Motherfucker.
I can't believe they showed up.
That was so cool.
So
That was so cool.